shake it, baby.
Good morning, family. How's everybody doing? I am in Willow Springs, Illinois. Hotchkins, 294, that area. Picked up one tote, 400 pounds. I got one tote in the box, 400 pounds, going to Akron, Ohio. I love it. You know, light load, not going to burn any fuel. You know, I might burn more fuel on the toll, burn more money on the toll than I do on fuel. But I'm debating about that too. I'm debating about taking a different route, going to Fort Wayne, cutting across. But I asked like an hour and a half to the trip. I don't know. I just might have to just pay the convenience fee. So that way I can get it over with, get it empty, get it off, get another load, get on back on the road. That type of deal. But decision's decision. But I hope everybody's doing well. Trucking is trucking. We are, you know, end of October. Jeez, already. Can we say time is flying? It really, really is flying. This is, wow. The end of the year is almost here. I haven't seen an uptick in the rates since the holiday seasons are upon us. This stuff is getting a little old. It's getting a little old, but it's all right. What can we say? We only, you know, it's like cars. Deal with the hand that you're dealt. You can only, that's all. What you got in your hand is what you can deal with. So what we got in our hand is the only thing we can control. Let's control it. But it is good. Let me go close these doors and let's mosey on down the old highway. Talk to you soon. Well, we're getting it down here eastbound on Interstate 80. Spending money. The old Ohio Turnpike. I remember I used to come across the Ohio Turnpike. It was 55 miles an hour. Flat out period, 55 miles an hour. If you did 56 miles an hour, the state troopers in the state of Ohio was not going to be happy with it. Oh, I remember the days. The good old days. I guess you could say that. In the old 90s there. Going across here. I've come across some nice snowstorms coming across this area too. I am just, excuse me, just west of Cleveland, getting across here. I'm 68 miles from my destination, going to Akron, Ohio. I'm not going to go, I would love to go directly to the destination and sleep there. Well, you know, when you go on Google Maps, and if you guys don't do that, it's a good tool. Go on Google Maps when you go on Google Maps and look at the place you're delivering. Zoom in and see if you can see a fence. That's a telltale sign if you can go there or not. There is a fence. However, there are a couple of places nearby that don't have fences. They're like a place I can go sit at. But you know what I said? Rather than going all the way there and realize I can't sit there, there's a Flying J pilot just north of it. It looks like it can't be more than 30 miles out. I'll go there, shut down, and then get up in the morning and mosey on into my my destination. So I booked a backhaul. This load that I brought out here was 1,300 gross. It's about 355 miles, give or take. 1,300 gross. And the load I got going back was actually going a little further north, going up to Oak Creek, Wisconsin, which is basically Milwaukee, near the Milwaukee airport in that neighborhood. And that load is paying $1,200 backhaul. So 2 overnight runs, next day runs. Now what is that? $2,500 over 2 days. Well, I guess you can call it 3 days. Today's Tuesday, left on Tuesday, be back on a Thursday. So Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, might say 3 days. Yeah, there it is. And then we'll play around once we get back into that area. But the weather's been nice. I mean, it's almost November, man, and still getting 80-degree temperatures. So, I They said it's going to be El Nino this year, a super El Nino. Yeah, I guess they're right. This temps is unbelievable. So take advantage of it. Let's head east a little bit, get a few loads. My partner in crime, he was in Pennsylvania today. Picked up a load and heading back to the Midwest. Getting while the getting is good. These rates are still hovering around the bottom. I guess if you want to find a silver lining, is that we're hovering around the bottom. It's not going to get any worse than this. So if you can survive this, it's only got to get better. The only issue is when. We don't know when. We don't know when. We're in the holiday seasons now, and there isn't much of an uptick. Fuel prices have come down to sneeze, so that's good. Thank God. But we still are not seeing great numbers. You find a $3 load here and there. You gotta be strategic, but the best way to navigate and fight through this is just stay out of bad markets. That is one good way to help your cause. Control that by staying out of bad markets. And you say, well, it was a good load going in, but to me it's a bad market if you can't get nothing decent coming out. Hits Florida. It's Florida. So yeah, it's end of October and I still got a squeegee in this window for mosquitoes, man. Mosquitoes are still around. Late October. Yep. Well, let's get on down the hill road with my one pallet and my 400-pound load. Doesn't get better than that, fellas and ladies. Let's do it. Well, I decided to shut down here in Broadview Heights, Ohio, Cuyahoga County. At least I'm near, but I'm 28 miles from my destination. So I decided I'll shut down here for the night. I know I got parking. It's free. Got clean bathrooms. All those things that you need when on the road as a trucker. So 28 miles. Got to be there at 7 a.m. Set my alarm clock. Get up in the morning and mosey on down here and get this one pallet off my trailer so I can get on to the next load. So we're going to fire up Club Med. Got a salad that my wife made me. I'm excited about getting at it. And a little chicken salad to go along with it. And I'm going to watch some television. Particularly Force with Tommy from the Power series. Going to watch that this evening. And got some reading to do. Yeah. The life of a trucker. I should go take a lap a couple times around the parking lot, but I'm not going to do that tonight. Just being honest. Not even going to act like it or fake it. At least not tonight. I'm not doing it tonight. So, yeah. Let's talk in the morning. Avon, Ohio is where I'm located at the very moment. So everything went real smooth. I got up this morning and I shot down to Akron. Had 28 miles down there. Got there just before 8 o'clock. I was out of there at 8:05, 8:10 tops. Probably 8:10 because I put my information on my GPS for my next location that I was picking up at. Real smooth, man, in and out. I was only one pallet. I could have reached into the trailer and pulled the pallet out myself. I mean, that's how light it was. It was 400 pounds. I could have pushed it out of there myself. But the guy was sitting there, reached in, and he didn't even go all the way into the trailer. He stuck his forks in there, picked it up, and walked it out. Beautiful. I had to unstrap it, of course, but that worked out great. Then I had about a 48-mile deadhead to Avon, which is just west of Cleveland, here off of 90. And I'm getting loaded right now. I pulled up here 5 minutes ago, and they're already in the box. So I like it when things roll like that, especially if you can keep your deadheading down. You can get empty that morning and get loaded by 10 o'clock the same morning, and then get on down the road. That's just, that's dispatching at its best. And if you can get it to work out like that, that makes your day go better. That way you can get down the road and, if need be, find your place to shut down at a decent time and get up the next morning and finish it up, or go straight to the consignee. If it works out that way, I mean, that's great. But yeah, I'm getting loaded. Boxes bouncing. That's always a great thing. And this load is actually going to Oak Creek, Wisconsin. Delivers tomorrow at 10:30 a.m. So I'll probably might go through the house. This load only weighs 9,000 pounds. Like I said, I've been in a good cycle of light loads, and it hasn't, the rate is the rate. It hasn't jeopardized the rate. They've actually been all, pretty decent. But this is going from Avon to Oak Creek, Wisconsin, which is basically just south of Milwaukee, north of Kenosha Racine, and 1,200 gross. I got to pay some tolls going across because I'm right off the toll road, so expense involved in that. But you just get what you can and take care of it. So, but afterwards I'm gonna head back home. I think I'm done. He's heading to me with my paperwork, so let's get on down the road, family. Yep, I did it. I snuck through the house really quickly. Actually got here about 1:30 yesterday. I am getting on in the truck and heading to where am I going? Oak Creek, Wisconsin. I tell you, when you truck so long, you've been so many doggone places, you forget where you're going sometimes, and sometimes where you're coming from. But I'm gonna make it 10:30. It's about 6:30 a.m. I figure I would get there early. See, they might, my saying, they might say no, but they might say yes. Well, you ask what we're gonna do. We're gonna get on down here and maybe get ahead of some traffic. I'm probably gonna get caught in some traffic on 294 going around Chicago, but we'll see. Might get lucky. Get up there and clean and bag or wait. Get the load off. This 9,000 pound load, 5 barrels. So let's mosey on down the road. Excuse me. When I used to work locally here in Northwest Indiana, I used to leave early every morning. I used to get out 3:30, 4 in the morning. A lot of times I would have to be up in, say, Michigan, Detroit, Monroe, Ohio, just north of Toledo. Monroe, Michigan, just north of Toledo. And I would have to, go to those different places early in the morning so I could dump and then head for my backhaul, my reload, and come back. Be back the same day. So my morning would start pretty early. I would get out before traffic even began. But there were some times where I would have to go to a certain place that wouldn't open to a certain time, and to preserve your 14, all that good stuff. So I would try to get out here just before traffic. Right now I'm at the cusp of it. I might get through Northwest Indiana 9490, or 94 rather, 9480, with no issues. But once I get up around just south of O'Hare, I'm gonna get some resistance. Maybe O'Hare won't be that bad heading north, but one thing I can say about the Chicagoland area, that traffic is on a schedule. You can almost put a clock to Chicago's traffic, Chicagoland area's traffic. Holidays is going to be light. It's predictable, unlike cities such as New York, LA, Atlanta. Chicagoland's traffic is pretty routine, scheduled. You got a schedule to it. You put a clock to it. If you come through here after 9, you're going to be pretty good. You get around Chicago 9:30 a.m. You're good. It'll move pretty good unless there's an accident, of course, that can put a strain on it. But for the most part, Chicago is pretty predictable, which is why I like this area. You can move about pretty good. Just saw an accident over here at the Flying J in Lake Station. Apparently a little tiny car tried to turn not underneath the truck, but on top of the truck. Basically, the truck was about to make a right turn, the truck stopped, and the car from the left lane tried to turn in front of him. Tore his little car up, like one of the little Chevettes, Yugos, little tiny thing, like a 2-seater. Got that right door. They're gonna go get the lawyer real quick, try to get him for $1 million. Even though it was obviously that car's fault, in my opinion. I can look at it and see. He's gonna get paid. Just hit the lottery. That's the way it is. They called it, when I first started driving trucks, I'm pretty sure it's the same terminology, preventable and non-preventable. And in most cases, it's going to be a preventable for the truck driver, commercial operator. It's going to be a preventable. I don't know, I guess it's because they feel we should know better. Preventable and non-preventable. I got my CDL through JB Hunt back in the 90s, early 90s, when they had their schools open. And I gotta say, that was a good school. I learned how to drive a truck. I was on a range. It was an old Air Force base, Rantoul Air Force Base in Rantoul, Illinois, and they leased a whole section of that airport. So the tarmac, this entire tarmac was where we did our maneuvers. And then when we had to do our road work, we just drive off the tarmac onto the road, get on the highway, which is Interstate 57, and take a ride. Rantoul was just north of Champaign, Illinois, and we would run that on. Our qualifying run, believe it or not, was a night drive, which I couldn't wait to do. I couldn't wait to do this night drive, and it was me, the trainer, and another driver. So the driver, one would drive there, and the other one would drive back. I wanted to do both ways. I was ready to go. I was ready. We drove from Rantoul to Effingham, which was, Rantoul is about the 160 mile marker, maybe 150 mile marker. No, I'm sorry, 250 mile marker. And we ran down to Effingham, which is the 160. So we did a 90-mile run. Oh man, I felt like I was an old road truck. I was ready. I was like, well, let's go get a load. Let's go bump some docks. I was ready. We drove down there, and then once we got there, this is when the Petro had all you can eat Friday night steak. trainer, my road trainer, was really nice, real cool guy. He was a big guy like me. I mean, I wasn't that big back then. I was fresh off the football field, but I was a big guy. I had a muscle. I guess I looked like I looked like I liked steak, which I did. He was absolutely correct that I did not only like, love steak. And we drove down to the Iron Skillet at the Petro. We went in and had the all-you-can-eat steak dinner, which I put in some serious work. And then we got back in the truck, and the other driver drove back. And shortly after that, I was released. We had my little graduation, got my CDL, and I was off to my terminal in Chicago, Bridgeview, Illinois. And that's where I reported to duty, and was placed with my trainer, who I had trained, who I was on the road with for a month. And God, how did we do that? Was it a freaking cab over? Were we in a cab over? Yeah, I had to be in a cab over. I don't even remember how we did that. Lord have mercy, the stuff we had to do when I was to learn how to drive. God, I can't remember. There wasn't no double bunks in a cab over. I can't remember. But yeah, man, I rode with him, and I guess I did so well with him. He didn't want to let me go. He wanted me to stay with him for like an extra week so we could make some more money. And I refused, man. I was ready to go. I was ready to get out there and make my own money. Get off this little stipend they gave me. I think it was like $50 a week. It was something ridiculous in terms of, having money to eat. It was the early 90s, so I guess I stretched out $50, but I was ready to make some money, man. And I was ready to make my 25 cents a mile. And finally, the terminal made a route me in, and I was brought in, sold it out, and got my own truck, and was on my way. And my career as a truck driver started. It's unbelievable. Now, almost 30 years later, here I am. Still trying to figure this thing out. It's all right. And so here we are, we're rolling. Might get a little slow down up here. Around just before Burr Street. It tends to back up there. I don't know why, but it won't be bad, I don't think. We'll see here in a second. It shouldn't be that bad. You try to use the Smith system, look down the road and see, they're going to brake check. It's going to be just a little slow down. It's a little slow down. We creep through here. Those of you who come through this area, often Burr Street, you got Broadway, Grant, Burr Street, and truck stops on Grant and Burr. You got, I want to say at least five truck stops in this region. Then you go further down, you got Ripley, which is Lake Station, and there is another 3 truck stops down there. So I live in this area, man, so I have a good situation where I got truck services to choose from. Got options. We also got Freightliner, which is right to my right here. This is Transcorp. Freightliner dealer shop, and they take advantage of the fact that they're Freightliner. Trans Chicago is what's called. You will pay out the nose for any repairs. Yes, you will. Yes, you will. Yeah, so we're moving. It was a little brake tap. A lot of Amazon activity around these parts. A lot of Amazon terminals. I guess I call them terminals. I don't know what they call them. Distribution centers, and a lot of movement there. Living in this area, it's good if you're. I mean, I believe it is. I could be wrong, but I believe services here as well. Truck and trailer services. A lot of truck activity. This is a major thoroughway for trucks. That's why you know you come through here and people say there's a truck shortage. You say no, it's just right now 80, 94. You tell me there's a truck shortage. Oh my goodness, man! Not here. But it's all right. Good area. Good area. And I like it. If you don't know why I didn't get into the industry as a owner before, what I did, man, is just it's a good industry to be in. You know, even right now when times are a little bit down, but I can always find freight. I can always be making something. That's what's most important. You're generating revenue, income. You know, I mean, I don't just mean just enough to cover expenses. I mean, you want to make a profit, man. It's just, why be in this business? Why be in any business if you're not making a profit? Period. It's the way it is, man. You know, if you're out here and as an owner operator, lease purchase operator, whatever you want, know your numbers, man. Don't just be out here spinning your wheels. Know your numbers. Make strides. Every time you're trouble, you should make some type of stride. Even if it's just putting money into your maintenance account. Don't be out here just spinning your wheels. Period. I'm just not going to do it. Period. Not going to do it. I'm not going to have a truck out here just spinning his wheels. It's just wasting my time, wasting the truck's time, everything. But it's all right. As you can see, traffic's moving pretty decent. Pretty decent. It's rolling. That's why I like it. But I'm right at the cuff. It's like 7:08 right now, man. This is the cusp of it. A couple more minutes. This thing can slow down. You're gonna have some brake checks for real. Those of you who are not driving automatic, you will be using that left knee. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. That's all right. So we're gonna get on down the road a little bit more and head on up to Oak Creek, Wisconsin. Let's go. That was an easy one. My appointment wasn't until quote unquote 10:30, 11 o'clock. I got there at 9:30 and they unloaded me. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. Didn't even ask what my appointment time was. You know, that's why sometimes I just go there if I can and see, because sometimes there really isn't an appointment. It's the agents and or brokers who feel, this is probably the time that the driver will arrive. So therefore I'm gonna call in an appointment to make sure they at least get there by 11. I believe that happens. So that's why sometimes I give it a shot, just to see, because I mean, I'm sitting there till 11 o'clock. It's 10:30. I'm already, you know, leaving. So it's all right. But all is well. All is well. All is well. A lot of things going to be taking place in the next few months. Stay tuned. That's all I like to say. Just stay tuned. But you know what I like to say? First, let me do the commercial. Like and subscribe if you feel this video and any other videos I've done have been entertaining, informative, educational. I try to cover all gambits if I possibly can. And also, you know, you just want to hang out with me and my family, whatever it is. But like and subscribe. This helps this channel grow, help me reach more people, and allow me to encourage me to continue to create content. But I like to say that, like and subscribe. But you know, keep doing what you're doing so you can see what it does, and I will see you all on the next one. Talk to you soon.